Back again. Back again with some more Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm ready for another session. Oh yeah, I just got into a new section. It's like everybody's a lot tougher, you know. So watch out. I think better weapons or something. Yeah, a lot higher level. Right, there's like different creatures like birds and stuff and crocs everywhere. Yeah, those crocs are tough. I don't know. I get the best weapons you can. Let's see. Strike from below. No. 50 damage ways to strike attack. Yes, I think so. What is this one? Let's try this. Yeah, let's do this one. Always use a damage increase, that's for sure. What do we got here? They have 27 shards. I guess I'm on the main quest now. Yeah, I got that thing. I just gotta go all the way down here now. I don't know where my horsey is though. This is bandit camp. Go up there later maybe. Yeah, alright. So let's head out the way on the side.
I think I'm in the clear.
Let's see if I can pick up some herbs while I go. I'll get another horse later. That's all it is. Spider Valley.
That'll help. Gives me everything but health. Like harder to come down. I know what you want. You want killing root. No, I don't want killing root. Herbs. I know, it's totally like useless herbs, like I never used, like fire herbs and stuff. Like I'm too lazy to figure out which types of enemies use which type of, like, oh, this one uses electric, or this one uses fire. Like, okay. What's this? Look at that shit. No medical herb, just craft herbs. Seriously, I got a million of these craft herbs. Bandit camp. That's true. It's like... level 12. Okay, so I can kill these guys. Not very much. Weird.
Ooh.
I need this. I need this. That's an alarm. Would make enough noise to bring in more.
Get that signal up.
Haven't you got anything better to do?
Right here, you sawed off. Weave in and out. You'll feel this one.
Man down at the signal! Wanna play? Here's your invitation! Need another signal run!
Not here.
I don't take shit from that.
You see him? See him? See him?
That's right. We're in here.
Clear out bandits. These bandits aren't very tough, it's like level 12. I got 10,000. Not bad.
My cousin told me about her. She's the machine.
We got. This one. Need a sawtooth. I don't even know what a sawtooth is. Custom rating. Watcher heart. I already have that one. Scrapper heart. I have no idea which ones these are. They sell some stuff. Snap ball. back to it, I guess. Cleared out that bandit camp. Keep collecting herbs as I go. Oh man, is that a... Oh man. Robosaurus Rex. Look at that guy. You can take that guy out. I don't have any health though. It tells me what it is. That's a Ferrari. No, that's not a Ferrari.
Keep that for later.
Thunder job. It's huge. Thunder jaw. I'm not going to mess with it.
That thing is huge. And built to fight.
Oh man, are they going to fight him? They go to fight him. Oh man, they're all coming around. At least I have a little bit of help on this one. Holy shit. Oh shit. I don't like this. Are you kidding me? Get up a little ledge with it. That's a big turn. Dude, I like this. I just like destroyed that rock. I'm gonna die. Oh, loose.
defy the
Robosaurus
Carja
Rex.
is to defy the sun itself.
Man. That's insane. I got him. I didn't die either. That was great. Robosaurus Rex. I got him. That was a big one. He lies in a smoldering ruin. Man, that's a big one. I am victorious! Take a picture. Everybody gather around for a group photo. Robosaurus Rex defeated. Okay. Now what? They're on their merry way. At least I had some help with those guys, seriously. If I didn't have any help, that would have been bad. He just like, I was hiding behind that rock and he just like
Stocking up?
he bashed through that boulder. Like, oh my gosh. That was great. Alright, what do we got here? Dookie. We gotta keep going, yeah. Yeah, it's like a lot of tough creatures now. You can't really mess around, huh? But I need a full health thing before I do anything serious anymore. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I took on that big guy with like very little health in my health pouch. Still managed to do it.
I'll do what I have to.
You're not walking away from this. Praise the sun.
Hey, that line's from Dark Souls. Praise the sun. Let's see. Gunny. What about tropical around here now? I don't know if there's any cracky jaws around here. No.
Shadows of the noonday sun. Words to lips.
What am I doing over here? Main quest.
I think there's some keys off the hop.
Hot as a forest fire.
shot worthy. Yeah, she must be sweating in that outfit. It's time to strip down to your bikini.
This is back to their usual standard. Seen better. Oh, wonderful!
I'm sorry for the wait, but all goods entering the city are subject to search.
This is outrageous. We're loyal citizens. How long do we have to wait? What am I supposed to do? Just sit here and let everything spoil?
I thought Meridian was open to all Carja.
What happened to Ursa has nothing to do with us.
What's going on here? You sneezing.
They say it's for our
Move along.
They say it's for our safety, but that won't pay for lost customers.
Hope I don't burn in the sun.
It's a bit, frivolous, isn't it?
What's going on here? Owen's in there somewhere.
Why is everybody so
And so's Aaron, that other Outlander I talked to the night before the proving. Aaron said he'd introduce me to his sister if I visited Meridian. Said she was captain of the Vanguard.
City's locked down around now.
This must be Meridian. Now, this is a real town. Oh, like that backwater.
Stop right there. In light of the recent attack, no stranger passes into Meridian without submitting to search.
Recent attack? What are you talking about?
The murder of Captain Ursa and her vanguards, of course. Ambushed by Shadow Carja forces in Red Ridge Pass.
Ursa? You mean Aaron's sister is dead?
How would you know his name?
I know Aaron. Summon him. I need to speak to him.
Ha! I doubt that Aaron, the new captain of the Vanguard, a man in grief, is going to waste his time on a grimy outlander.
Aloy! Hey, you're alive! I thought you were dead. Make way, make way!
All the way to Meridian just to see me?
Have you been drinking?
Ah, not really. A little. So, you're alive. We should celebrate. The drink's on me.
We need to talk alone, and you need to pull it together.
Over there.
So you approve?
Of course I approve. From now on, she may come and go from this city as she pleases.
As you wish, sir.
There. Alone as you asked. And what did you want to tell me?
I heard what happened to Ursa. I'm sorry. I know she was special to you.
Special to me? Special to everyone. She always knew what to do. She bossed everyone around. She kept me in line. Now I'm supposed to fill her shoes. Instead, here I am, stumbling around.
Women strong, leaders. Men weak, incompetent, worthless. I know, it's this common theme I just see throughout this entire game. It's like, okay.
Give yourself some time. You'll find your footing.
Not at the rate I've been drinking.
And what would your sister
Yeah.
have said about it?
I
The
know,
man is
you're
weak,
right.
he's a
I
drunk.
should
his
expect
sister
more
was
of myself.
A leader. He's
She
got
always
it.
did.
It's like, can there be one guy in here who's not a scumbag?
A lot has
Like,
happened since we last spoke.
it's not like
The
a
proving was attacked by a group of killers.
just a
Not many of us
touch bit
survived.
We were in the
SJW
village
from
when we heard explosions up on the mountain.
to
And some of your braves
right, whoever
came
wrote
back,
this, like,
said
wrote
most
all
of
the
the
male
contestants were
characters
dead.
to be like,
I've never heard
like-
such a word.
yeah, like
The sound that rose up from your
wrote
people.
all the male characters to be
How
like,
did you survive?
you
How
know,
I survived is less important than how I
cowardly.
was targeted.
Targeted?
just negative
What do you mean?
qualities. Like,
The killers
cowardly,
came for me
weak,
because of Owen.
just
What are you
like
talking about? That doesn't make sense.
I need to find Olin. I need to know what he knows.
But he's a friend.
No, he's a traitor. I don't know who the killers are or what they want, but I do know that Olin is working with them.
But, I mean, this...
I don't need you to understand, Aaron. I just need you to take me to him.
He's not here. He went scrounging for scrap and relics days ago. It could be anywhere.
Are there any places he frequents, places he returns to?
A house. Here in Meridian.
Okay, then take me there. I need to search it.
I guess. As long as I'm there to witness the search.
track down Olin.
I need to see Olin's place. Now.
Okay. Come on.
So many people here, all talking at once.
Going again.
How does anyone think?
Alright, so I gotta track down Olin.
I don't. I just...
I guess there's a lot of men, warrior, soldiers around here, but it's like every NPC character I meet, every man character is like... There's like very few, like, there's only that one, like, black guy who's like...
Apparently they're letting anyone into the city.
He's a warrior, scumbag. And every other man is like this guy is a drunk and he's a womanizer or whatever. Like,
Hide in his palace. Blood for blood. Vengeance for Ursa. How long will Avad hide in his palace? Year after year, why does he spare those who enslaved and tortured and butchered? Erend, you should want vengeance more than anyone. Your own sister, murdered, and her death, unavenged?
One more word, you scorched out slag, and I'll throw you in jail myself! Now get out of here, or I'll give you all a kick in the ass!
What did he mean about Ursa's murder?
Not now.
he's not cowardly. What are we doing here? Oh, following him. Okay.
Okay, how are we gonna get in?
I have no idea what's going on here.
Oh, that was subtle.
Here we are. Try not to break anything. Other than the door.
All of this for one man.
It pays to have connections in the Sun King's court.
I do some investigating. Let's see. What's up here? Fireplates. You know what? I bet you have to do the path up here first. Yeah, let's do that. Mark it.
A corner of this rug is frayed, and the floor near it is worn.
Frayed, eh? A frayed rug. Is that right?
Let's see what's underneath.
Hey, how did that get here?
Question is, how to get through it.
Without a
You wouldn't
key,
notice
you
all those
won't. That's a vault
some of
hatch of
those
Oseram make. Nothing gets through.
We'll see about that.
Look at that beast of a thing. Dude, if you put a rug over that, you'd see that shit for sure. It wouldn't look flat at all. Wouldn't make any sense. Whatever.
I don't think you're getting through that hatch.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm sober enough, all right? I don't need another lecture.
That's not what I meant. I was talking about what happened outside with the crowd.
I don't want to talk about that. We're here because of what you said about Olin, so do what you need to do.
You said Olin has connections in the royal court. Does he know the Sun King personally?
Oh, now he's
He
has
served the
connections.
court as a scout sometimes and sold ancient
he was
trinkets to
some
nobles,
jerk.
but he never had an audience with the king. If you're right and Olin's into something dark, Sun King Avad has nothing to do with it. I'd stake my life on that.
Did Olin ever invite you in?
Nah. Closest I got was a doorstep to help him home after a night out. We drank a river that night, but I hold it well. Usually.
I'll look around.
That's what we came for. Call it a day, girl.
That looks like a picture of Olin's family.
I know he had a family. Had a few. Yeah. Fall damage.
Looks big and heavy. Could do a lot of damage if it fell down. Let's give it a little push.
What are you doing? How the hell are you gonna move that shit?
I did say not to break anything, didn't I? Hold on now. You just got here. Is there any evidence or not?
Serve and they live. Disobey, and I will open their throats and leave their corpses to prune in the sun.
They took his wife and child captive.
They? Who's they?
The killers. They told him to obey or they'd kill his family. Looks like Olin kept a journal.
Olin? I knew he could read contracts, but I never took him for a poet.
No doubt now. Olin knew I was targeted.
What do we get here? This is a map.
A map. The glyphs show places he visited. There's your proof. Read the last page. He writes about meeting me and the order to kill me.
He called himself a friend. That backstabbing cheat. How did you learn to read glyphs? And these things that you see, how do you do it?
I'm a Mary Sue. I know everything. Oh, you have to focus.
The
magic
focus. It reveals the unseen.
Mary
Olin's
Sue.
focus.
I don't
is
need
the same.
training in everything.
The
I
device
know
is
how
the
to do
same.
everything.
Somehow, Olin and the killers can speak to each other with their focuses over distances, and see through each other's focuses too, like looking through each other's eyes.
So that's how the killers saw you. Through Olin.
Yes, so far as I can tell.
I will say this right now. Ray,
Now that I know
Star
where to find
Wars,
Olin,
the
I should
ultimate
be on my
heresy.
way.
All by yourself?
Leave it to me, and faster on my own.
She's just
Wait.
a lowly
That device
scrapper.
lets you
and then
see
it's
the
like,
unseen.
oh, here's a
Out of the way, Erend.
I'm asking you to
starship.
help me, Aloy.
Pilot like
I need
an
to know
ace.
who killed Ursa. Not just the Shadow Karja army, I know that, but the exact soldiers who did it.
I can do everything with
I'm
the
sorry
Force.
about your sister, but that's your war, not mine.
Don't
I
act
don't
like
even have
this
to know how
isn't
to train
personal.
with a lightsaber.
You came
It just
here hunting the
comes
people who nearly
naturally.
killed you, who massacred your people. Why should you have justice and not me?
Look, I'll head for Red Ridge Pass, where Ursa's body was found, and wait for you there. A few minutes of your focus is all I need. Don't make me beg.
Redridge Pass, you said. I'll see what I can do.
Right, that's all. Well, at least he's a fighter and not cowardly like most other characters in this game.
This place smells like nothing I've ever smelled before. Is that some kind of spice?
It's dog shit. There's shit everywhere.
No man rules me out.
Hope I managed to sleep
You
through the
there!
night.
Can you help me? Can you spare a moment? Someone robbed my house. You're the one the Vanguard has been crowing about. The Nora who tracks criminals and traitors with her second sight. If only you'd use it to help me. A thief raided my home and took my brother's sword.
Sword?
Why would someone steal the sword?
It's priceless. Made from the burnished antler of a lancehorn, finely inlaid with studded stones all down the...
Okay, I get it.
Forgive me. That's not even why it's important. The 12th Sun King gave it to my brother for his military service. He was killed in battle during the Liberation. I was saving it for my nephew who's stranded at Sunfall with the Karja in Shadow.
Tell me about the robbery. Don't leave anything out.
It was brazen and professional. They took only the sword, my most valuable possession. The thief went out through the window and scared the shadow off my steward. Otherwise, it would have been a clean getaway.
How did your nephew wind up in Sunfall?
Most of the old clergy backed the Mad Sun King, so when he fell, they ran out of fear of retribution. As an honor guard to a venerable priest, my nephew had no choice but to go with them. Now that my brother is gone, my nephew is my heir, so that sword really belongs to him. And after all he's been through, I won't be able to look him in the face if I don't get it back.
I'll see what I can do about the robbery.
Have a word with my steward if you need to. He saw the thief escape. And listen, all I want is the sword back. Meridian, and my family for that matter, has seen enough strife already. If I can get it back, all is forgiven. No retribution necessary.
No retribution.
You saw the thief make a run for it?
My back was to the wall, you see? Wasn't expecting someone to crawl out the window. He ran past me, dressed in gray, clutching a sword.
That you got.
That's all I saw. By the sun, my heart nearly seized up.
The frames.
Oseram girl applied to the city guard the other day. Amazing.
We're closest to the sun.
You're an outlander. Nora from the look of you. I bet you're a machine hunter, too.
I've hunted my share.
Well, let me give you a word of advice. Don't bother with the Hunter's Lodge. If you're not Carja, you'll never rise in the ranks.
Are you saying that you have to be Carja to join the lodge?
No, they take other tribes. But they have rules in place to keep outlanders from gaining ranks. When Sun King Avad took over, he promised a new day, Meridian, open to all. But it's a sham. Sure, you can get a seat at the feast, but you just can't eat his food.
What's wrong with the hunting lodge exactly?
Nothing, if you like stuck-up bigots. I'm known as a skilled hunter back home in Banur, so I thought I'd try my luck at the lodge. I thought it'd be simple. Hunt machines, gain ranks, see who's best. But it doesn't work like that at all. It's all rigged to keep the Carja at the head of the line. I don't need those snobs to tell me I can hunt. I'm going home.
Sounds like someone needs to shank things up at the lodge.
Maybe, but it isn't gonna be me. If you decide to go, be sure to give them a good old-fashioned Banuk farewell mark in my honor.
A Banuk farewell mark. What's that?
Piss on the floor. Preferably someplace they won't find it until it gets nice and sour.
Sour mark. Treasure box.
The machine rider. Out causing trouble, no doubt.
You're looking for artifacts.
Yes, but I'm no profiteer. Sun King Avad has named me an envoy to the Banuk. I work on their behalf, looking for sacred relics to return to their homeland, Ben-Ur. I'm especially interested in wooden figures that are sometimes found near Banuk rock paintings. If you have any, I have valuables to trade for them.
Tell me more about these Banuk figures.
Simple wood sculptures made by Arnak, a legendary hunter who was exiled from Ban-Ur for killing his chief. He left the figures near painted stones in places that reminded him of his homeland. Later, his tribe declared him innocent. Now they see him as a kind of wandering hero and want those figures back. I do what I can to help him get them, including trade for them, if you have any.
Seems like the facial animations have improved a little bit, that's for sure. And the lip sync, too.
You said the king named you an envoy to the Banuk?
Yes. I've been to Ban-Ur many times, and the Wirek chiefs trust me. I help them maintain diplomatic ties with Avad. Some say they're a mysterious
That one's
people,
done nice.
but
It's
their
like
ways
spot
make a lot of
on,
sense to me.
And
All
the
you have to
eyes
do
and the
is
expression,
be
that's
the
good.
best.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're born high or low, man or woman. They respect skill, not some fool notion of heritage.
I see the appeal.
Yeah,
I wish
the
more
facial
Carja did.
animations, as
Anything they
expressive
don't
and-
understand,
yeah,
they call
whoever did
backward
this
or
model
savage.
animation did a good job. Yeah.
You ready? Let's trade then.
A Banuk artifact. I mean, Banuk crap. I don't care. Not interested in going.
Come on back if you find any Banuk goods. I pay
I'm
well for
crap
Banuk
back for
relics,
eggs.
Outlander.
I don't do egg hunts.
One of these did.
There's a lot of quests around here.
Long time.
This place is kind of big. Just a bunch of nobodies. Do 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 do. Nothing down here. Big city. Kinda reminds me of The Witcher. Big town.
The Sundom was founded here, under the Glinthawk's shadow.
Any news about my stolen sword?
Not yet. I'll see what I can do about the robbery. The thief broke the lattice on the way out. And some blood. Drops of blood leading away. More blood. I'm still on the trail.
They left me on a trail.
Still more blood. The thief got cut. The trail ends here. But someone must have seen that thief.
Go for a drink and a bite.
Could go for a drink.
Oh, that.
Back from the wilds. Find any Banuk relics? Come on back if you find any Banuk goods. Excuse me, Outlander? I'm looking for Banuk artifacts.
Yeah, you told me that already. I don't want your garbage. What are you doing here?
I'd like to discuss a trade with you, Outlander.
An Oseram would argue with the sun itself.
Okay.
Did someone run past here, holding a sword?
Sure did. He grabbed some linen off the stand here and took off down the stairs behind you. He was bleeding, so maybe he needed a binding. Blast it! That was expensive cloth. I can't believe I paid for that thief's bandage.
Thief.
Sometimes you just have to
Is there up here?
I don't care for Oseram, but Captain Ursa
Stairs
walked
behind me, so that must be like this direction. Stairs behind you. There's stairs.
There's plenty of work.
Some stairs here. There we go.
Can you believe that the Oseram live on top of the crap of the old ones? Yes, they do. Somewhere up
If the
north.
thief came this way, there's only one way he could have gone. Forward.
I'll find you, thief.
No sign of the thief. Someone must have seen him go by.
How does your little device know to, like...
Did you see anyone run through here?
Like,
He
oh,
would
yeah.
have been holding a sword.
Yeah,
Oh, this guy's so
almost crashed into me too. He ran down the parapet here and went down the lift. No way you'll catch him now. I didn't see a sword though.
He wasn't carrying anything.
Not a damn thing. Just ran like his ass was on fire.
The thief must have ditched the sword. But where? Maybe he had help. that merchant stall would have been a convenient drop-off.
Why'd he ditch it?
It looks like the thief got away, but without the sword. I thought maybe he dropped it off somewhere. Like here, for instance?
What? No. I had nothing to do with this.
I guess we'll see when I get the city guard to toss your stall and question your customers.
Hold on. There's more to this. You've got a reputation for shining light in the darkness, so I know you'll listen. You're right. The sword was passed to me, and I passed it on to someone else. It's going to be sold, but not for profit. The shards will go to people in need.
You expect me to believe that?
I can prove it. Meet my friends at the watermill in the lower village. They'll explain everything. If they don't convince you, come right back with the guards. I'm not going anywhere.
It wouldn't matter if you did. I'd find you. But all right. I'll check out the watermill. Okay. Guess I should go to this watermill then to find out what's going on.
Why are you even messing around? Just call the guards.
Hope the day gets you.
Open up. Wait, really? Can't. Where's the water?
Always stay bright, always stay alert. That's what I say.
Play down there. What the heck is it? What's over there? Like an elevator or something? Look at this, dude. This is what I don't like about this game. It's like, you should be able to grab that ledge and pull yourself up, no problem. Like...
When did the savages
let's
learn
go
to
over
ride machines?
here,
When did
but... But I can't get past this gate for some reason. Gotta hurry up, elevator. Demand. Tell me it's out of service. Coming up or what? Oh, there it is. Finally. Wow, these guys are pretty fancy. They got elevators and everything. I bet you all
like I've almost like, look at that, dude. It's like I'm almost completed like more than 50% of this game already. Yeah. That'd be a shorter game, huh? Let's keep going. I have very little desire to do the Hunter's Lodge quests, you know. Yeah.
My family might still be alive, and you're going to stand here and do nothing?
Tell me what happened to your family. Maybe I can help.
I just want to hunt Robosaurus Rexes.
By the sun, I fear they are all dead by now. I barely escaped alive. Machines. Vicious machines attacked my family's estate. Father sent me to get help.
Tell me more about the estate.
My father owns a dozen quarries, and he sold his spoils as the estate. Fine tapestries, custom woodwork, silver fixtures.
But what about the people there?
Of course. Their lives are all that matter. My father and sister, plus a dozen guards and servants. I hope they survived.
What kind of machines? Where did they come from?
A Ravager. By the sun, how it cut down those guards, and a pack of Watchers came with it. The Sun King warned us that he could no longer protect freeholds beyond the valley, but Father never saw this coming.
People have such weird costumes.
I'll see what I can do about the estate.
You will? Oh, thank you. Oh, please, be careful. Those machines are deadly.
Deadly machines. Gotta go check out an estate or something. Get a bunch of quests. Bunch of quests. Decide on which one I want to do. Pretty good. Not a merchants or anything. I only got 400. Oh man. Sharp shot, sawtooth. Really want that one. Yeah. Huh. Those don't look very. Shrimp. Able to get something good with that whatchamacallit I did, huh? Remember? Yeah. We'll go back and film up there and watch it. Try to bellow back, charge. Yeah, that Thunderjaw. Alright, you think I'd be able to fucking sell that for something, right? Get rid of some of these. Yeah, there's only so many of these that you need, you know what I'm saying? It's like yeah, it's like so many of those things. Yeah, like one stack is probably good enough, you know. Shadow Tripcaster, right? That'd be good. It's 250. 160, 160. What's the still, it just gives you an extra bit of arsenal, that's all. Yeah, it doesn't give you any extra damage. Oh, 60 and 30. I wish I had more ammo for that. What's this one? Really? Oh, that's the, shadows. So this does 20, which is garbage. 50-50. What you want, what really gets them is that damage, that 250. That's what really does the job. Oh, 1 second. Check something. Yeah, if I could upgrade the damage though. Yeah, see, these don't do any damage. It's like 5 and but this one here, I need a lance horn though. But look at that. Like 100 that explosive one, or 150. That one's good too. Explosive. Yeah, explosive bomb. That might be good, but I don't have the. Yeah. That doesn't do anything, does it? I don't know what that does. Corruption. Frost. I don't know what you should buy. I mean, I could do this one. It's like. That would upgrade my whatchamacallit. Charger bird. Arja Blaze on heavy. It's good against fire. It's a stealth. Can't do any other ones. I think I'm just gonna. Try shock fire. Yeah, better than nothing. Yeah, there's a lot of options, and it's just like that. I found a set of few that works, that I have found that works. But there's a couple of them that don't really like yeah, this fire bomb, freeze bomb. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of tools, and it's just like, right, I just stick to my go-to. I don't really like explore all the other. It's not really. Alright, what am I doing now? What do I gotta do to talk to these?
Might need this.
Talk to these.
Metal bot here, good prices, fair prices. Fairest prices for machine parts under the mesa. No tithes to the Sun Court, not like those greedy snarls upside.
She's not interested in taxes.
I know what she's not interested in. As I was saying, no better offer for snap mall lenses. I'd give my oath on it.
By the sun, don't start spitting in your palm. Huntress, I apologize on behalf of my partner. Silent partner.
Silent partner?
If the sun would only grant my prayers. Never mind snap more lenses, Huntress. There's no market for those. A long leg lens, though, you'd be well rewarded for.
A long leg.
So which,
No market for a snap mall lens. It's good, strong stuff. You can hammer it into anything.
Where do you think we are? Some trading post with sawdust on the floor? This is Meridian. We have culture.
I know culture. Just the other day I was watching the hunting trials.
Oh, great sun, lend me the strength of midday.
The sun's baked your head if you think we'll shift long leg lenses at a time like this.
hello?
I've told you as many times as the spire is tall, craft and artisanship is who we are.
Craft doesn't win a war or keep the machines from your farms. What you need is good, old-fashioned, plain...
Oh, yes. Old-fashioned, plain hammered work. If ever something glittered, you'd throw it back.
If Carja had built that elevator, they would have stopped at a good-looking shaft.
All those years of delving, and you never found a sense of humor.
Enough!
Well?
They're a blunt people, the Nora.
Why do you two even work together if you can't agree on anything?
It's a symbolic gesture.
No tithes to the Sun Court. Like I said in the beginning, Renine.
Just tell me which part you want.
A long leg lens.
A snap ma lens.
Fine. I can see that you're busy.
Wait. You drove her off. Snap ma lens. What do you say?
I drove her off? That's rich. Listen, Huntress. Long leg lens.
Hunters, scroungers, bring us your metal.
What the heck I want?
Scroungers? What kind of brutes are you trying to attract?
We were agreed. I do the calling, you do the counting.
I wouldn't say agree.
I can't agree on. Okay, so I'm going to this point, but it's freaking increasing in distance. All the way around here. And they send me on a wild goose chase, that's for sure. Snap on. I know, it's like, you're supposed to be so gullible, like, oh, I robbed you for good reason. Why don't you just go see my friends 10 miles down the road? They'll explain everything. Yeah, right. By the time I get back, she'll be gone.
Made them soon enough.
they're seriously stingy with the health. Like, right, it just gets tedious after a while. It's like, you pick up an herb, it's like, that'll be 3% added to your pouch. It's like, come on, dude. You gotta give me more than that. You gotta give me at least like 20% per each freaking thing I find. I know, it's just tedious. It's like, oh, in order to fill your pouch to 3, you have to spend at least 20 minutes finding herbs.
She should be ashamed riding around on machines causing trouble.
Crap. What are these guys doing?
I was told to expect you, Aloy. I suppose you want answers. Well, it's not complicated. We collect valuable objects from people who don't need them, sell them for shards, and use the money to help the needy at Sunfall.
Don't need them. You sound like a socialist.
Who exactly gets the shards at Sunfall?
Not the bastards in the fortress. We use the shards to make sure the poor in Shadowside get to eat, or bandage their wounds. They only went west because they had to. Trust me, I know. My wife was chained up with a bunch of servants and herded with them. They starved to death, still bound together.
Oh. I'm sorry.
So am I.
You mean you steal?
If you want to call it that. From hogs who've had their turn at the trough for generations.
Ravon didn't seem like a hog to me.
He stinks just like the rest of them, of wealth and contentment, while people beneath him suffer.
Where's the sword now?
Safe. I haven't sold it yet.
What do you expect me to do now? Walk away?
I was hoping you'd help us. They say you can track like a stalker. Well, my partner Nassan disappeared near the branded shore. He was bound for Sunfall, along with an entire shipment of food. If you found that, you'd be helping a lot of people.
I'll consider it. But only if you return the sword to Ravon.
I knew you were gonna say that. Fine, I'll return the damn blade. Nassan was supposed to meet his contact at an old campfire on the fork near the branded shore. Start looking there. But be careful. Lots of machines out there, and lots of Shadow Carja. And not the needy kind, but they're tormentors.
I gotta solve everybody's stinking problems. Like, why don't I solve these assholes' problems? Give me back the sword. Damn it. I'm like the world problem solver. What thanks do I get? Should just get on with my main mission. I gotta fucking go all the way up here and shit. Oh my gosh. Is this quest? Yeah, I gotta go all the way up here and we'll give me back the sword. Screw these people. Enough. Keep screwing me around. Thought it was gonna be a short thing, you know, like, oh, here's a sword. Now give me some cash. No, they got me traipsing around the world. Quest, but I can't get to it, you know? Yeah. Or it's up there somewhere. I don't even get up there.
Maybe when Sunfall surrenders,
I don't know what this quest is. Like inside the palace or something.
Yes, if behind a gate, you can get there.
Has anyone survived the encounter?
Get up Whatever. Over here.
Pass up these goods. Machine Rider? Ha! More like public nuisance.
That's probably how you get to
Would you like to buy? Prices keep going up in Radiant.
I don't pay them, you jerk.
Lenora, I'm the mournful Naman. My apologies that we meet like this.
Like this.
In grief, you hold yours close, like a talisman. Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for reparations? Someone you lost to the Sun Ring?
No. I know about the Red Raids, but the Karja owe me nothing.
I see. Well, I could use the help of a strong-willed outlander. Then I would owe you very much indeed. These people seek to honor their loved, their lost, with their own voices, not mouthing Karja rituals to Karja stones. But there are obstacles. While Meridian holds its breath for any disturbance, these robes only tie my hands.
Is it customary for everyone to have a weird hat in this game? Seriously.
What kind of obstacles?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram, who seeks to visit the Shrine of Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old sun priest who suffer no heathen. This Utaru lost her companion on the edge of the Jewel, at a pool where snap moths gather.
See, whoever
The
did
shrine
this
was built there to ward off the
animation,
machines.
Not very good.
Its effectiveness
Yeah.
leaves much to be desired. And the Manuk would paint a mark on the sun's climb. A call to the
Yeah,
machine
see how
spirits, I understand.
the lips are not matched up to
They
the
need
words.
no reckoning.
Yeah,
Glinthawk's
some of
perched
some of them who are
drawn to the spire's shining.
some of these facial animation
So
models
clear the
good,
machines
you know,
out of two
some of them are
shrines
just
and
crap,
move a priest
you
out
know?
of the other.
It's
All I
weird.
can ask for is your charity and that their stories are heard.
You know, I guess it's like quality
Come on,
control. It's
rituals
good
and
enough,
prayers
but
can't bring back those who are lost.
Right, to me, it's like
No.
it's
But
bad
it
enough
can
to be
help those who
noticeable.
grieve
You
to
know?
find themselves. It can lend them strength and hope, like a new sunrise.
I didn't think your priesthood would ask outsiders for help.
If only the sun was set on our
Whoever did Aloys, though, she's
Until this
always
is done,
spot on.
I am no sun priest. To wear a red robe was an aspiration. I aspired. Now our hoods make us blind. We whisper reconciliation, but forget how the old king's priests sang the words and blessed the killing.
The killing? You mean the Red Raids?
Yes. And the sacrifices that came after.
Why did the priests go along with all that bloodshed?
Sometimes we Karja are more concerned with what is tradition than what is right.
Huh.
I'm not even listening to this
Maybe
conversation.
the Karja and
It's
Nora
like,
aren't so different.
blah 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 blah.
You're disappointed with the Sun Priests, but you still wanted to be one?
I spent
Who
my
cares?
whole life looking up to the temple. My brother's voice echoing in its arches.
What do you want? I don't
Even he
even know
couldn't
what this
turn
guy
me away.
wants.
And how he tried. In the end. He said, when we were loved, our robes were dyed in cinnabar. Now they are
You
stained
want a
in
hand
blood.
job or something?
How so?
Our robes are handed down to us. Most of the old priests fled rather than be seen in the glare of a new sun. And so we are left to wear their sins. For me, at least, they hang heavy.
I'll do what I can to help those in mourning.
To honor their memories is to honor us all.
It's like I didn't even listen. I was like trying to like listen to that conversation. It's just like couldn't even tell what he wanted.
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no...
Hi there, Outlander. Name's Vilgun. Did you come to the city looking for work? Ah, good shards. Enough to buy garb more becoming of your...
Okay, stop there if you want me to hear you out.
I only meant a well-molded woman such as you. I heard an interesting rumor about a Banuk camp. Tame machines, the rumor said. So I hired men to investigate. Just investigate, that's all. Those Banuk are canny, too canny. I paid up front. Well, half up front. I've had no word back.
So now you're hiring someone to find the last men you hired.
They're a sunk cost. This rumor's worth more to me.
Are you some kind of merchant? You don't seem to have any wares.
More of an explorer.
But you send other people to do your exploring.
All right, more of an opportunist. Girl. Nora girl. Huntress. We live in a world of opportunities. Risky opportunities. But why should risk stand in the way of a lucrative prospect for the likes of me? All right. I'm more of a gambler.
So is there any more to the rumor about this camp?
The last bunch just wanted to know about the reward. You're a smart one. This camp isn't even big enough for a name up where the snow won't thaw. They say the Banuk there live alongside machines. Peaceful as you like. Keep them, use them, sing to them. If it's true, if we learn how they do it, think how valuable that would be to all the tribes.
When you say valuable, you mean they'd pay you for it.
Girl, I'm not made of straw.
What can you tell me about the Banuk?
The Banuk women. Snow witches all. Cold eyes, cold... They choose to live up there in Ban-Ur, in the ice. Trying to have a conversation, it's like chipping them out of the stuff. They prefer machines for company. That's why I'm putting my shards on this rumor.
Then they might not want outsiders to know about this place.
Their mystic act. No care for possessions, for luxuries. Pile of slag. Those people bargain harder than the winter frost.
If I did look into your rumor...
You won't need to climb up the shoulders of the world for it. It's on the edge of Banuk land, beneath the anvil of the moon. And you look like you know your way around the savage east. The east. If it's true they walk among machines without fear in this camp, well, you can't miss that, can you? Payment on return.
That's the last question.
Can I interest you in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity?
You need to win 3 half-suns at our hunting grounds to gain admittance to the lodge.
You mean these?
Very well, then. Congratulations, and welcome. Our members reap rewards and adventure and live on in legend.
Am I a member now?
No, you're only a fledgling. Junior members are called thrushes. To join and become a thrush, you need a senior member called a hawk to sponsor you.
So I need to find a hawk.
Yes, but a hawk can only sponsor 1 hunter at a time, and I'm afraid most of them already have one.
I've overcome worse odds. Where do I start?
Upstairs, present yourself to the Sunhawk Assis, our leader, who should introduce you to a hawk. I hope it's worth it.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
Yeah, Okay, this is making the hunting lodge quest a little bit more interesting. I might reconsider actually doing the hunting lodge quests.
By the sun! King Avad's edict really is taking effect. Never thought I'd see a Nora here and a woman at that. So, you have marks for me?
What do you mean?
From the hunting grounds. Oh, right. You're new here.
What do you want with my marks?
You hunters and your badges. I'm not gonna take them. I'm going to give you a weapon that sets you apart. Yeah, I thought that'd get your attention. If you earn marks in all 3 trials at each of the 5 hunting grounds, come to me. I can give you up to 3 weapons, 1 for 15 half-suns, 1 for 15 full suns, and 1 you'll love for all blazing suns.
Sure, I can use some of that.
Are you a member?
Me? No. Carja don't exactly encourage their daughters to run around hunting machines. But all the changes in Meridian have been good to me. I don't think the Oseram know how to sell to us Carja. The trader I worked for last couldn't sell flowers to a bee. He was too plain hammered, as they like to say. This is a much better job. I figure I'll be able to open my own shop soon enough.
What edict?
King Avad insisted that the Hunter's Lodge had to welcome everyone. Man, woman, outlander, regardless of tribe. Ursa, captain of the Vanguard, came in and delivered that news personally. You should have been there. It was glorious. But I figured they would sweep it under the rug and say no woman or outlander qualified. Yet here you are.
What do I do with these marks?
If you get the same mark from all the hunting ground trials, I can give you a Hunter's Lodge weapon. Show me what marks you've earned, and we'll see if you qualify for one of these special weapons I have for you.
I'm a little short on marks.
No problem. Once you have marks from all 15 trials, you'll be able to get the next Hunter's Lodge weapon from me.
Alright, I guess I should do this. Hunter's mark. Demand and supplies. So many quests. That's it, huh? I'll talk to this last guy.
Excuse us. The machine rider graces us with her presence. You're a Nora, are you not? A fighter from the Savage Lands.
The Sacred Land, but yes. I fought for everything I got.
Huh. Tell me, do the Nora often wander into other people's homes and do whatever they like?
Of course not.
But that is what you're doing, right now. Stinking up our lodge, pestering your betters.
You're hardly my better. Legan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you becoming a member. But you're a savage. And no savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge while I am the Sun Hawk. Now be gone.
No. I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, then even your position is meaningless. So quit blustering and tell me. Is there a Hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talana is free. Wouldn't that be fitting? Trash sponsoring trash. Now get out of my sight.
Oh, this guy's asking for it. You asking for it, buddy? I'm gonna do these trials.
I will not be discriminated against. I will talk to the
Here,
AAACP.
Talana? Assis said you were a hawk without a fledgling to sponsor. Or are you trying to drive me off too? It's okay, I've dealt with worse.
I'll bet you have. But you're wrong. It's not okay. Especially not today.
Who is this Legan, the man at the door?
Legan? He's a hawk. He had an impressive run in his day, but he doesn't fight anymore. He supports the Lodge in other ways. Unlike the other hawks, who hoard all the best kills and drink the bar dry.
Is there any actual hunting in this lodge? So far, it's been all talk.
Yes, of course. You fight a machine, then bring its trophy to Assis the Sunhawk, then no one can deny you brought it down.
Assis, what's his story?
He's the Sunhawk of the Lodge. The highest ranking member. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
So, I've taken down a lot of machines.
As have I.
I've
Even
taken
brought
down
two
Robo
Stormbirds.
Rex. Am I getting
But
credit for that?
He's a hawk who brought in the trophies first. That's how it works. Whichever hawk defeats the greatest machine
Robosaurus
first
Rex.
becomes the Sunhawk.
How does one become a hawk?
When a hawk dies, his thrush is promoted in his place, no matter how anyone feels about it.
What happened today?
One of our own just died fighting Redmaw. You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw. Cuts through trees, rocks, people.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's part of the hunt.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me. What do I have
I am
to
ready
do?
to hunt.
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to them in their language. Kill 3 Sawtooth, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker. Deliver their trophies directly to Assis. That should shut them all up.
So if I do that, you'll sponsor me.
I'll consider it. Just to make Assis spoiled.
You got it. Now kill me, Robo Dinos. I guess that's it for now. That was a decent session. Gotta go to bed though. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.